Ew, what is up? What is happening? Hope everybody's doing well. So we've got the third war of the season, and this was actually up against my old alliance, the Scrolls. Shout out to everybody in the Scrolls, Fred, Shuntai, man, bunch of homies. I can't name everybody. Shout out to you guys. Anyways. We had a bloodletting node, and I swore it was going to be Deadpool X-Force, but it's Cable, which is great, which is just a nice little gift here. That's Sparky food if I've ever seen one. Tons of projectiles, lots of possibilities for poise buildup, and he's also running recoil, so yeah, that's cool too. So let's. I hope I didn't just put him on blast. Maybe everybody. Maybe that was known by all the officers. Okay, so next up, this fight I was actually a little bit worried about. So let's go check that one out. So we've got a 565 Corvis here, and could not have come at a better time for my Magic rank up. With that said, I wasn't nervous about this fight, but I had to show this fight some respect. That's for sure. So I drop a little boost on there, and I actually throw on an invulnerability boost, which I don't know if I was had some intuition going on or if I was nervous and I knew I might make a mistake. But let me tell you, the invulnerability boost comes in handy. So what I want to do here is bait out some heavies, and we're going to try to go in for light attack intercepts, I believe. Oh no, we're just going to go for heavies, that's right. And I make a mistake there. I don't know what happened, but he caught me slipping, man. So luckily we had that invulnerability boost, or we would have been dead. So we get a nice little medium intercept there. I'm not mad at that. I want to bait out this L2, and the L2 is a little dodgy. Luckily I got that evade in there. I evaded early and then was able to get another one on. So this fight's a little messy, but we're gonna take control of it right here. We're gonna go for a little corner lockdown, and now we've got this fight wrapped up in a bow. Counter tactics, I don't know if it's just this node, but I tend to see some really aggressive AIs. We got a 31k crit on that L2. My man goes down. Yeah. So we're actually gonna see an interesting fight after this. So let's go check that out. So first things first, before we go to the mini boss, we're gonna hit these nodes. So we waited till we had full energy. I knew I was gonna be using Magik and Sparky. So I'm gonna pot up before I boost up. Always remember to do that, or else you're gonna be using more potions to get back up to full. So I'm going to slap on a 20%er here, because, I know I'm going to be doing a lot of fights here, so I thought, you know, why not? Let's get some, let's go with full 20%er. I felt like I didn't really need any other boosts. I wasn't too worried about any of these fights. But when you can time it to where you have like 4 nodes in a row, you might as well boost up and use kind of one of the bigger boosts, because the value that you're putting you're able to use the boost kind of pays off, if that makes sense. Like if the way everything's working out on your path and you're only able to do 1 node at a time or 1 or 2 nodes at a time, you gotta balance item management and the expectations of your alliance. If you feel super confident that you can handle your nodes and you're kind of doing 1 or 2 at a time, don't waste boosts. Don't just like do 20%, blah blah blah, put the phone down, another 20%, another invulnerability. Like, you're just gonna burn out, and then you're not gonna be helping your alliance at all when you're out of items for fights that you really needed it, rather than just like playing it super safe all the time. Anyways. So we've got a Mystic. I wasn't sure who this was, so I was going to go in here with Magik just in case just in case it was a Dorm or another Magik that I needed to lock in the corner. But it is it looks like a 565 Ghost Rider. So we're just chilling. Our Limbo, you could see there, was proccing for like 460, 467. Yeah. We go for a nice standing intercept. I've been doing this style of intercept for a long time. Now, there was something right there I wanted to show you where I went for the backdraft, and did you see he just like stuttered and put his block up? it's kind of a tell that you need to chill out and go for and either take a parry or bait out a heavy. The key with Magik is you got to be sensitive to the AI because they can stutter step on you when you're going for that backdraft in the corner and wreck you. So don't fully commit to that style. Like maybe that's your prevailing style, but always have a backup plan. If you notice a little funky behavior from the AI, from the defender, chill out. There's no problem taking a little block damage. You can pot up. It's better than eating a full one to the face. Now I had a feeling this was going to be an Iceman, and I didn't want to pot up Magik for the next one. I hope I don't pot her up after this. So I popped on a regen boost, and it turns out to be an Iceman. It's just rank 4. So we're going to take off the ice armor, bait out a heavy, and now we're just going to go to work on him. Let him throw those L1s. We actually have the full 20% boost on, so you don't necessarily need to build up the poise as much. But we're up to 3, so this should take him down here in a second. Bait that heavy, and yeah, down he goes. Thought we were going to throw the L1. We didn't need it. So next up, we are going to take on the Archangel mini here. This is a 565 Archangel. Shout out to Reborn Man. What up, homie? Now, this is an interesting fight, and I want you to pay attention to what I was talking about you've got the power lockdown with Magik, but be careful. Don't fully commit to that. So let's go in here, and I'm going to show you the different ways and like the kind of tells that I used to make sure I didn't get wrecked in the face. You know what I mean? So we're just going to bait out some heavies here. We've got a nice little regen boost, so we can take some chip damage from this guy. He's got a ton of health. Be careful punishing those mediums, unless you really know the medium and can go in really quick. Make sure you either maybe don't punish. But I feel confident, especially with Magik. Her animations are super quick. We baited out that L1 prior. We're going to throw this L2. This should bring him down below. We don't have him in the corner yet, though, so we pull a medium out of him. We're going to throw another L2. And now we've got him in the corner. I think we're going to... Ooh, we catch him slipping there. That was a little dodgy. So we're going to go in. We're going to drop another L2. Now, there are certain times with this AI where I don't like it. He's rushing me there, so I like that. So we've got a nice little cycle. We're going to cycle him here with this L2. Go for another standing intercept. We land it. We're going to back out. And see that stutter? I was like, ooh, I do not like that. So I'm going to bait out that heavy. He was doing something weird, man. We're back in our rhythm. So get another L2. And we get him to rush at us. Now, I believe he's... See that again? He stutters. So I don't want to do it again. I feel like he's going to... I feel like if I rush again, he's going to stutter and throw a light attack. And he almost did there. And I almost got messed up. So my intuition was correct. So when you see the AI behaving that way, bait out the heavy. Don't go for the rush again. Chill out. And we had a nice little fight there, though. So we took down not necessarily a difficult opponent, but sometimes you get a difficult AI. Don't forget about that. Super close war with the Skrulls. They beat us by about 500 points. It was super close, super great war. Came down to, we had some really clutch plays on our part, really clutch Alliance 4 Medusa boss takedown by one of my Alliance mates. But we couldn't come out with the victory, but we'll get you next time. Shout out to Skrulls one more time. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys later. Peace!
Hi guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.